but I'ma turn them to a W. Feel like I'm in the days. Know what's going on, that's much on my brain. I'm just trying to keep my mental strong. I got so much on my mind, I can't even talk about it. Every day feeling like the next, but things go left, I'll be alright. Cause I got me, myself,
maybe
and
it's just a game we play to stay alive.
Sometimes it is.
Maybe it's just a game we play to survive. Funny it takes the pain away for a while, so I'll stay a while.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
You're looking like we are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, playing in Los Angeles.
It sure is, and the banners to prove it, David. Thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. Look at the Lakers. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, New Orleans, a couple spots below.
And I think for New Orleans, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The talented front court pair is Ingram and Williamson. Monte Graham is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Wall, and it's Walker in at the 2 spot. So it's the Lakers now, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last 3-pointer. And here's Wall outside, drills it from outside. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
Yes, Kevin, the major forces you know for sure. There are always some teams you just can't tell if they're legit or not. This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pelicans with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Now Davis. Following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And he gets the bucket.
Great pass. We talk about AD's guard-like skills. That includes his floor vision.
Williamson dishes to Graham. Ingram against James. And the rejection by James. Outside, Wall. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. No problems knocking that one down.
The awareness of LeBron knows where everyone is on the floor at all times.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Him against Walker inside, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Now Payne. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
That one is no good. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, up 10. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Jones. He's out there with Nance. And it's Murphy in at the 3 spot. Now here's Hayes. Outside, Jones fires the 3.
The combination of agility and reach makes AD a lethal defender, capable of sending shots back from anywhere.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now here's Davis. And they double up Davis. And it's Payne in the corner. Bradley trying to break free. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Davis.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Outside, Davis. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Here's Payne. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Payne's got 5 points now this quarter.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. James checked in for Bradley. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Payne.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's James. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Explosive drive by James, knifing up the defense and getting to his shot.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Williamson double team. Graham the pass to Williamson. Now Nance. Loads it up for Williamson. And Nance kicks to McCollum. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Nunn passes to LeBron. Nance gets the rebound. Pelicans trail by 16. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Nance.
Jonas Valanciunas.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Williamson. That one doesn't drop. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Lakers lead by 16.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The Lakers did not. Both ends of the floor.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible, and what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
LeBron and Davis, the dynamic forward pair. And it's Wall, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And Walker kicks to Davis. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to James. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feet. Davis has got his third assist on the night. Pelicans trail by 17. In the corner, it's Ingram. Over LeBron. And it's Ingram missing.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Steve, when you look at your 2003 Spurs championship team, it's not considered a super team, but that roster was stacked for sure.
Kevin, it was stacked with players understanding their roles and starring in their roles. There was just a lot of talent from top to bottom. We pushed each other to be better every day.
Bradley's checked in for the Lakers. Cameron Payne comes in for Walker.
We see it night after night. Zion, relentless assault on the cup.
Ball passes to Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson. New Orleans making a switch here. Nance is checked in.
Larry Nance Jr.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside, Wall. Just 5 to shoot. On the pass to Bradley. Payne up top. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pelicans trail by 17. Ingram outside. Going inside. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Payne passes to Claxton. Lays it up and banks it in. Claxton's got his first points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Wall finds James. Wall against Jones. Passes it to Payne from the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Payne's got 9 points.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Pass to Nance. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Bradley against Ingram. Wall with the steal. And Wall with the slam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead as they wrap up the third quarter on a 12-4. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Graham will bring it up for the Pelicans. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. C.J. McCollum out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Murphy in at the small forward.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up. So important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
Davis kicks to none. From deep, Walker. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's Williamson, and Davis sends it back. On the wing, James. Lakers passing it around. Trying to get open is Johnson. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Contested shots and block shots. That's been their bread and butter defensively, giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Here's Davis, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
Lakers leading by 22. Johnson, the pass to Davis. And stolen by Williamson. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans.
Substitution. Brandon Ingram.
McCollum against none. Pass to Graham. Three-pointer. Williamson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Davis.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact, whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help. He provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
The pass to Williamson. Nunn against McCollum. Over Nunn, and the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, phenomenal at realizing when to shoot from that mid-range. And McCollum becoming a master at that mid-range.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Davis, back to Walker. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Here's McCollum. Can't connect from 13 feet out. This one for three. It falls.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by 8.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
This time, I just let it taste it fine. Can't afford no more wasted time. I'm trying to show you being patient and not my vibe. I'm trying to link on some ASAP vibes. I ain't never really had a patience side.